I'm going to try this again, and I'm sorry to everyone who didn't understand my accent, and there was one person that complained that I kept losing train of thought. Well, that's true. I'm Scottish, and we do tend to, like, what we say is we waffle on a bit, so we do ramble on about things, and we go off in different tangents, and then we try to come back, because we like to talk. What I want to apologise for, however, is my accent, because I did see just a couple, not many, everyone was super kind, but I did see a couple of people saying, what the hell is she even saying, I can't help that I have an accent. I'm not going to put on a fake accent so people can understand me. I've got tons of American friends who understand me just fine. One of my closest friends is from Memphis, another from Florida, another from Texas, and all of them understand me just fine. So I'm trying not to make the Scottish accent as thick. I'm trying not to say any Scottish slang words, and I will try not to go off on tangents. But yeah, so anyway, okay, I done it there. Anyway, okay, so I found this on Twitter today, and this was from that Christopher Boozy guy, and this was really interesting, I found. And it's what he said here is takedown and count in, so I zoomed in on it, and he's actually underscored Sue Smith and Yankee Wally. So does this mean that he plans on going after every channel? So we have, according to Taz, who's not problematic whatsoever, Kelp Views, she's one of the most loveliest channels I've ever heard. Danger Zone, she's lovely as well. Some of them I've not heard of, I'm going to be honest. I have listened to Lilani of Barbados. She's gorgeous, isn't she? Murky Meg, I've listened to her. I love her as well. Princess Tiffany, I like her. The thing with Princess Tiffany is that all she does is report what's in the media. She reads articles, from newspapers. So it's not like she's saying anything that isn't out. It's out in the public domain. So yeah, why is she even there? I've not heard of. I've heard of the body language guy. He's a sweetheart. The rest, no. But what I am wondering is, why isn't Lady Colin on here? The reason I think that Lady Colin isn't on here, because she's certainly had words to say about Meghan and Harry. I think Boozy is scared of her, because Lady Colin is very litigious as well. She's taken many people to court for lesser than what Boozy is doing to these YouTubers. Ripper also isn't on here either. But I'm glad he's not, because, yeah, I like Ripper. But he seems to be going after the ones that he seems to think, I don't know, that he can take down. And the way he's doing it, there's got to be someone behind the scenes that's, I don't know, that's work. Well, with it now, doesn't Harry work for kind of Google and stuff like that? I don't know, I'm going to have to do more research on that. But there's definitely got to be somebody behind the scenes that works at YouTube, Google, I don't know, that is living this, because I've tried to look up Christopher Boozy. I don't really get what he does. I know he has that company, Bot Sentinel, but from what I understand, he runs it on his own, from his home. That very well could not be true, so Boozy, I also know you like to threaten people with lawsuits, so I don't know. That's just what I heard, my opinion. The thing is, though, I just don't, like I said yesterday, I don't understand why he feels like he has to white knight Meghan Markle. Why is he the one that has to go after all these women, you know? Does he think that this is some kind of courageous endeavour that he's on? I personally don't. I think it's absolutely disgusting that a man is taking down so many, like, channels of women who are only expressing their opinion. I think Boozy's jealous of the amount of followers, for example. Yankee had, Taz has. I think that I don't know, I just think he's jealous of the success of these people. My thoughts, as I said, not proven. And he feels comfortable doing this because he has those rabid, like, Sussex Squad to, as I said, like, put a protective circle around him. You know, anyone says or calls out Boozy, they, like, attack like Rottweilers, you know. And I did say, like, yesterday, there are some nice ones out there. I just wish the nice ones would say to the disgusting ones, you know, what are you doing, you know, like, you aren't making, like, our cause look any better by the disgusting things that you put online, the way you attack people. It just makes you look small and petty, and I don't know. I hope YouTube really looks at what is going on, but something's kind of telling me, seeing this list, is that someone on the inside, I don't know, that might not be true, you know, I'm just, like, speculating, is squashing these channels, and I really hope that not to be true. It's hard enough, like, on bloody Twitter without, you know, with these amount of, like, people that mass report you for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And look at him, 2 down and counting, and he's like, who would write that as if you're proud of it, you know, you're proud to make people, some of these channels, this is their main source of income. But yeah, Christopher Boozy's so proud to make, like, these people lose their jobs, you know. And I thought he was meant to be some kind of feminist saver, you know, like, he's always going on about how he wants to white knight Meghan Markle, and how he wants now to, like, white knight Kamala Harris, and I think the last one was Amber Heard. That one kind of, I was, like, side-eyed him, and I thought, really, Boozy, Amber Heard? You know, the very one whose recordings have now came out, and it's been proven that she actually was the one who beat up Johnny Depp. It wasn't the other way around. You're going to support her? But then, I don't know, Yankee said some things about Boozy. I don't know whether it be true or not about him being... in fact, no, I'm not even going to say... I'm not going to go down that tangent because, like, that got Yankee in a lot of trouble. But yeah, with the Amber Heard thing, I did kind of side-eye. I'm thinking, He kind of starts to, like, white knight women who are problematic, as I would like to put it, who gain a lot of press for their problematic nature. Amber Heard with the Johnny Depp situation. Meghan Markle against the rest of the world because, yeah, she's not very well liked. There's no way of, like, denying that, you know. She could have been very well liked. She could have been a great asset to the royal family, but she chose money and fame and, yeah, bolted. I'm someone who doesn't get rid of their publisher and manager and the agent, you know, when she joined the royal family. She didn't get rid of any of it. None of it. Clearly shows that she had no intentions of staying, and also that the fact that we found out there were talks with other streaming companies while they were in the royal family to get them deals showed that, yeah, all along they were planning on fleeing. And more power to them, you know, if they want to go to America and earn millions of pounds, they can. But just don't, you know, I don't know, don't crap on the people that put you where you were, you know. Like, you wouldn't have these opportunities, Meghan, if it wasn't for our royal family. You wouldn't have these opportunities, Meghan, if you didn't have the title Duchess of Sussex. And I know your fans love to, like, crap all over our royal family. But what I have noticed is they seem to, like, love using those titles, and then calling, like, your children, like, king and queen, you know. There was an article in the paper, in fact, it was at Harper's Bazaar, I'm not too sure, and it was talking about Meghan's podcast, and they had said, they were talking about Meghan, and they said the ex-royal. Well, Meghan's fans went nuts. The ex-royal? How dare you call her an ex-royal, you know? And they all kind of flooded this post on, and Harper's Bazaar, I'm not too sure who it was. It could have been another magazine. I keep thinking Harper's Bazaar, but I'm sure it's not the one that Scobie works for. There's so much that to try and retain in your mind. Anyway, so they flooded the comments, say this post that called Meghan an ex-royal. Absolutely outraged that they called her an ex-royal. To the extent that the company or the post changed it to the royal couple. Huh? But she is, right, so you hate our country, right? You hate our royal family. You hate anything to do with the royals. Yet you are outraged when they call her an ex-royal. Which she is. She's not a working royal. A royal member of the... Like, she's still a member of their family. But she is not a working royal. She's not paid. She's not a public servant. None of that. So she is an ex-royal, like what Andrew is, even though he's still a prince and the Queen's son. He's an ex-royal. He doesn't work for the Queen anymore. So I just wish you would decide, you know, you either like hate our royal family, you hate our royal family, but you love what they give to Meghan and Harry. The prestige, the titles, the glitter, you know. Royalty is like magic, you know. If you sprinkle some of it on someone, doors open everywhere. It's like Disneyland. That's why Meghan and Harry want those titles for the children. That's why they want to hold on as tight as they can and use that Duke and Duchess everywhere. If they didn't care so much about titles and other things like that, why would, when she called like the American senators, why would she introduce herself? Hello, this is the Duchess of Sussex. You know, like, you know, I think you would be like, hello, this is Meghan Markle. You know, she would think her name is big enough, and Harry's name is big enough to make a career for themselves in America. the title shouldn't matter, you know? After all, they're only from a crappy little royal family that on Shutter Island. You think that we don't know what you say, but like, I really wish you would stop, because the people that don't necessarily support Meghan and Harry, we don't go after you lot, you know, like, it wouldn't come even into our minds that we should start mass reporting and taking down your Twitter or YouTube channels or anything like that. But I was sitting thinking about it last night. Sometimes there was a saying that my mum used to say. She used to say, you have to treat them mean to keep them keen, you know. So sometimes maybe you do have to get down in the dirt with the rats, you know. Not that I'm calling anybody rats, this is just a term of, like, it's so bloody ridiculous, isn't it, that you've got to, like, explain stuff because you're so scared that they're going to assume what you're saying is something racist or take it out of turn or something. This has nothing to do with anything like that. I'm just making a genuine, generalised statement. Sometimes you've got to get down in the dirt with the rats just to survive, you know. So I wanted to be really nice. I thought, like, we could coexist together, but I don't know. When I read some of the comments, I saw people say, "Yeah, that's a nice gesture," and it would be really lovely, and it really would. But these people are so mean and so evil that that'll never happen, and I have to kind of agree with them, you know. Maybe I am a little bit naive, and I like to think that that people can get on and stuff. You know, Harry and Meghan call the UK toxic, bullying and racist. My take on how to solve this situation was to, like, coexist together, you know. As I said, we didn't have to like each other, but we don't have to take each other down. But they say we're evil and bullies. There's one thing, like, about the Scottish people that I'll tell you about. We're the nicest people in the world. The nicest, you know. We'll invite strangers into our homes and feed them and give them apply them with as much alcohol as we can. Especially at New Year. We love New Year, you know. But you mess with our country, you say anything about our people, and you're over, you know. No, like, the nice gloves come off, and you can be dealing with some of the most nastiest. If you think Sussex Squad are venomous, you deal with a Scottish person whose country you've insulted. So I'm going to say to you, Sussex Squad, I'm asking, like, if you can't work together, what's the solution? You just want to take everyone down. I'm not going to let that happen. I really amn't. You know, like, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not anything, you know. I particularly don't even want to be doing this. But you're now messing with, like, people who I've got a lot of respect for, you know. And to see that this Boozy guy is, like, saying 2 down and counting, I think that is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting for a man, you know, to be taking down all these women. But, as I said, he's not got Lady Colin Campbell on there because she'd eat him for breakfast. Now, Boozy's going to say, I'm mentioning him in this video. He probably won't even hear this, I've not got a voice on YouTube, but anybody that mentions him on YouTube is a racist. Anybody that mentions Meghan's a racist. That's their favourite card to play. Their race card. If you don't like something, you're a racist. I'm absolutely, or no, wait now, or a white supremacist or something like that. I'm absolutely sick to bloody death of being told by people that I'm a racist, a white supremacist, white privileged, because I'm white. I am so sick to death of feeling that I need to apologise for my skin colour, for atrocities that happened in the past that I had nothing to do with, and that the people who are moaning about it's family, they've never been slaves. We're going back hundreds of years ago, and they're all shouting about how every white person is racist, Do you know in every civilization in the world, slavery existed. It's not just existed in Africa. While it was disgusting and horrible what happened there, I just wish some of you would brush up a little bit on your history. Slavery has existed since the dawn of time. The Romans took in slaves. The Vikings, they came to the UK, plundered and pillaged, and they were from Norway. Should we be asking reparations from Norway for them attacking our country hundreds of years ago? No, because it's stupid, because those people who did that don't bloody exist anymore, Society has grew, it has evolved, we know that all that's wrong now, so why do they still try and push this crap that every white person is racist? It's rubbish, And as I said yesterday, it's a foreign concept in the UK because we're not brought up to see skin colour. I don't look at someone and say, their skin colour first, I look at a person and see a person, I don't see different races. I see the human race. We're all one race, We're all on one planet, and we're all just praying that World War III doesn't kick off and bloody Vladimir Putin doesn't nuke the planet. Because then it won't matter what colour you are, because we're all, as I said, the human race, because we'll all be extinct. Oh. So, I'm going to keep an eye on this little list here. I'm going to go and have a little peek on Boozy's page. I know that he's threatened Sue with copyright infringement of his copyright because she used his picture. Oh my god, how petty can you get, How bloody petty. So I worked out we need to be as petty as these people. And there's a saying, if you can't beat them, join them, And although I hate to say it, because I'm not a horrible person. I'm not. I don't want to be arguing with other people. But yeah, I'm not going to let these people destroy our community. I'm not. So maybe we should do the tactics to what they do, Start mass reporting them. Start No, I'm not saying to do that, because it just makes us worse than as bad as them, doesn't it? So I'm just, like, as I says, I'm on Twitter, like, kind of scrolling through. I'm sorry if your name pops up here. I don't mean to, like, out anybody or anything like that. I don't know how to, I'll be honest, like, I don't know how to, like, I'm not, like, fancy like Sue. I don't know how to do the edit, and I don't, I don't store, like, all the pictures and stuff like Meghan did. I'm sorry, I'm not Meghan, sorry. Yankee did. She'll kill me for calling her that. Yankee, please don't hit me with a tomato for calling you that. I'm sorry. Here's an article by the Steeple Times. Let's have a look at that. Oh, so it's got Bang Back Yankee Wally. The Duchess of Sussex nemesis should not be cancelled, and she shouldn't. So let's see what the Steeple Times has got. Matthew Steeples. I've never heard his, but, like, all credit goes to this person, obviously, because this is Matthew Steeples' piece. So, Matthew Steeples slams the vindictive campaign against YouTube sensation Sadie Quinlan, known as Yankee Wally. The Sussex Squad groupies led by PR peddlers. Oh my god. PR peddlers, Omid Scobie and Christopher Boozy, I'm sorry, I just found that quite funny. Anyway, the Sussex Squad groupies led by PR peddlers, Omid Scobie and Christopher Boozy, and helped along by bashful BuzzFeed News busybody named Ellie Hall. I don't know this Ellie Hall. Is she a new, like, player? I don't know who, like, Omid is. Like, Omid, Omid is Meghan's mouthpiece. We all know who that is. And then Christopher Boozy is Meghan's stalker. So, yeah. So, I need to, like, research and find out who this Ellie Hall is. Anyway. The Duchess of Sussex has an inconvenient past she'd most certainly rather forget. Her nemesis, Sadie Quinlan, has just such too. This is very true, like, people do things in their past that they're not proud of, but it doesn't define who they are as a person. And, like, I had watched a couple of Yankees videos, and she said the reason she said what she did, like, was to put her child through, like, private school. Like, I actually commend that. If you want to, like, do a business, that necessarily you wouldn't normally do to give your child a better life. Who's anyone to criticise that? But anyway. Whilst witty Welsh warbler Quinlan served her time and has openly admitted her prior indiscretions, which she certainly has, the mendacious minx that is the former Meghan Markle has most certainly never been open, for example, about her supposed past relationship with a gay porn actor known as Dirty Nat. What? Wait a now, what? Meghan Markle's most certainly never been open, for example, about her supposed past relationship with a gay porn actor known as Dirt Nasty. She was also forced to apologise to the appeal court in London in November 2021 and has been called out for being a bully, alleged also. Now, we do know that she lied in her court case. The Sussex squad seem to think she won that. If anything, she maybe won that battle. She didn't win the war. Because, if anything, the newspapers proved that Meghan is a liar. They proved that she helped write Finding Freebies, you know what I mean? So, if anything, no, I don't think she really won anything. What did she win anyway? £1? Maybe she could go and buy herself a bloody clue. I don't know. Anyway, now, after a busybody Washington DC based senior reporter for BuzzFeed News named Ellie Hall last week produced a somewhat lacklustre article linking the Duchess of Sussex half-sister Samantha Markle to Sadie Quinlan. The latter's YouTube Yankee Wally channel has been closed. It was done so after the snitch on her sources Hall sent her so-called evidence to the social media video sharing medium and therefore provided herself not to be a reportive writer, but instead a troll-like campaigner. So this Ellie Hall isn't even a reporter. So what I'm kind of like getting from this is this Ellie Hall basically got in touch with Yankee. Did she like say she was writing a piece or something? And instead, when Yankee's been friendly and explained stuff to her, she's went and kind of like snitched on her to who, like Boozy and Scobie, or to maybe like whoever she works for, which could be someone from Markle. We don't know that. According to Joker Not Journal Hall, a clearly woke spokesman for YouTube named Jack Mallon told her, upon review, we have terminated the Yankee Wally channel for repeated violations of our harassment policy, which prohibits content targeting individuals based on intrinsic attributes. We enforce this policy equally for everyone, and channels that repeatedly violate or are dedicated to violative content are terminated. Responding, Matthew Steeples of the Steeple Times commented, whilst the opinions of Sadie Quinlan might not be to everyone's taste, which I said yesterday, I don't agree with everything she said, but I agree with her right to say it. So what he said is, whilst the opinions of Sadie Quinlan might not be different, she's entitled to her views as much as anyone else. Just like with the case of Sean Atwood. Wait, Sean Atwood's YouTube account has been removed. He's the guy who, I don't know if anyone you know about him. He was like this big DRUG. I know like how YouTube doesn't like certain words. Over in America, he's from England, you know, and he was this big e-dealer or something. And he got caught, and like he made millions, and he got caught, and he went to prison. But then he came back to like obviously England because he was deported. And he cleared his life and stuff up, and he created a YouTube channel, and his YouTube channel was like dedicated to exposing Jeffrey E. He was like interviewing the victims of Jeffrey E. He was calling out. He was the one who broke like the little black book. He got a version of it unredacted, and what he did was he started actually calling people. Well, he done a YouTube video calling people from the unredacted Jeffrey E. black book, asking them if they knew, asking them why they were in his black book. It was so funny. And there were some big names in there, you know, and he exposed all that. I didn't know his YouTube channel was gone, you know. Kind of sad to know that. So Sean Atwood, whose YouTube account has also been removed on occasions, could be back then. The process by which such occurs is clearly beyond strangely and stupidly regulated. Yes, I'll agree with that as well. Whilst YouTube is entitled to control its domain in whatever manner it chooses, the fact that a Welsh woman is cancelled for simply discussing a topic clearly of interest to her nigh on 50,000 followers seems ludicrous in the extreme. And that's the thing about Yankee, people listen to her because they felt alone, you know, there's some people who just listened to Yankee because they were at home on their own and they were alone, and they didn't feel so alone. when they had her to listen to, because she talked to you like she was talking to her old friend, you know, so you kind of felt included, and you felt like, yeah, you just felt like you were sitting around the kitchen table gossiping, you know, with a friend, you know. So that's why it's sad that Yankee Wally's channel's gone, you know. It's sad, and it's also sad that Sue Smith's channel's also gone, because her channel was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Sue Smith's channel, she was able to report on things from an American point of view, because obviously we get point of views from British YouTubers, but it's nice to hear the opinions and point of views from people who live in America, you know, like, because of course, like, we're curious, like, how America is reacting to them two Muppets, you know, so anyway, we'll get back to this. So Mrs. Quinlan to me seems as dangerous as a chocolate teapot whilst campaigning against her. Headed by PR peddlers Omid Scobie and Christopher Boozy are the true villains of this piece. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Those two are just the worst, you know. Omid is just a scumbag. He wants to say that his book is a bestseller. But how can it be a bestseller when it's filled with so many inaccuracies and like BS, you know, like just lies? And then also as well, like, how can you say that you wrote a best-selling book when you kind of didn't, you know? Meghan wrote that book, not you. Filled it full of lies, and now you're the one that looks like an idiot with egg on your face, you know. But I suspect an egg would just slip off his face. It's God. Oh my, do not get any more plastic surgery. Honestly, you're beginning to look like that dude from Thundercats. Or is it Thunderbirds? I don't know. Please don't, you know. And don't, and then another thing with Omid as well, he's another one that loves to, like, call about racism as well, though. But I looked at past pictures of Omid and pictures of him now, and he looks like a completely different person. It's like, and it also looks like he's changed his ethnicity. It's like he's, yeah, it looks like he's much darker when he's younger. And now he's like nearly white now, you know, like, so, yeah, Omid, don't, like, moan at us about racism, you know, you should be, like, proud of your heritage and who you are, and not want to change it with plastic surgery and skin lightening cream. Just my opinion. Elsewhere on Friday, the Daily Express reported that Richard Eden shared the news that he'd contracted coronavirus. A clear Sussex Squad supporter with the handle of Royal Sussex told him with a meme featuring the reprehensibly vindictive words, "If he dies, he dies." Yeah, this is how evil these people are. They're just disgusting. Look at that. They was just looking at Catherine, you know. Oh God, looks he'd kill. But what interested me here was the gay porn actor known as Dirty Nasty. I have to see who this is. I'm sorry if this, like, comes up something weird. Okay. Right. Hold on. Like, we'll go to... But right now. But let's go to the Sussex Squad and we'll see what they're all saying. So a lot of people are saying that they see the Sussex Squad for who they are, bullies. Wait now. They might as well call this the humiliation tour. This is Comedy Central. This is everything they deserve and more. move, you blood clot murder. What? Listen, I'm going to go into this one here, Listen, Coco or Beryl. Catherine has never murdered anyone. Queen Elizabeth has never murdered anyone. Charles has never murdered anyone. You do know it was the British Empire that actually spent millions of taxpayers' money to go out and actually stop the slave trade, that went to that were going to Africa and actually fighting against black slave owners who were stealing people from their families to stop the actual slave trade, because it was wrong. There's still slavery goes on in Africa this day. So if you want to call out our royal family, why do you not call out, for example, that the slavery is still happening in Africa today, in Ethiopia, for example? Why do you not call out the concentration camps happening in Xinjiang in China? No, you don't. You want to act like social justice bloody warriors, but you don't actually know anything, do you? You just anger me so much. You just don't know anything. You want to call out slavery. You want to call out injustices. Why do you not start with what's happening in Africa? Why do you not start with what's happening in China? What's happening in Ukraine? Maybe start with something that's actually going to make a bloody difference, Instead of accusing our 95-year-old queen of something that she's never bloody did. Look at that. Honestly, Kate looks scared. No, she didn't. Well, anyway, I'm going to go. That's got me a little heated now. Yeah, this is why you cannot deal with the Sussex Squads, I guess, because they're just evil POS. Pieces of doo-doo, I hope this wasn't too long and I didn't rabbit on and it was interesting. I don't know if I'm cut out for this YouTube thing. I'm giving it a try. Just my opinions, and I hope that some people were able to more understand my accent more. But as I said, I'm not apologising for my accent. Hell no. As I said earlier, there's one thing a Scot gets very defensive of, and that's our country, our people, and anyone taking the piss out of it. So I'm going to go now. I'm going to go and research a little bit more into certain subjects about, because I don't know much about Boozy and stuff like that, but I want to find out more. And thank you for listening. Okay, bye.